Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to yet another good episode of To the Fullest, to TF. I am your host, 𝐖𝐻𝐿𝐿, and on today's episode, we feature or we host one of the leading, huh?
You could say that. It's all right.
Yeah, one of the leading women or ladies in the art industry. She's a poet. I think I'll just end there. I don't want to say much, then I make a mistake. On today's episode, we are hosting Tamanda. I've gotten the name right, yeah?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. So on today's episode, we are hosting Tamanda, but before I say much and make mistake, let me just give it to her. Tamanda, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good, thank you. How are you
Long
doing?
time. I'm doing fine. Doing fine. Long time.
Yeah. It's
Munaso.
really no. Silly Poche.
It's like you've left the sack.
No. We're just in the,
Yeah?
still trying to incubate what we've learned,
Yeah?
so that when we bring it out there, it just,
We're expecting a
yeah,
bomb.
speaks volumes.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't
Yeah.
wait. Yeah, so who is Tamanda? I think that would be my first question.
Okay, so I think those are one of my favorite questions. Actually, that's my favorite question
Yeah.
to be asked. Okay, so Tamanda is a bold Zambian lady. I'm an activist. I'm a writer, a feminist, and half the time I'm dealing with women.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I love to write about women because of my feminism. And so basically, I feel like Tamanda is centered on that. And then I stand for truth,
Yeah.
whether I'm performing in whatever I do. If I'm writing, I just want to come out clean and be true to it. I know sometimes the truth might not be what people want to hear,
Yeah.
but I feel like that's what has really defined me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tamanda is more than just, it's more than just the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a woman in motion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. Uh, you're saying you're a feminist and you are doing all these things for ladies.
yeah,
I believe for you to choose this path, there are some things that must have
yeah.
motivated you. Yeah, so how was life like growing up? What has built this Amanda we're seeing today?
Um, I think a lot has built me.
Yeah.
Okay, so personally, I grew up in a society where there was so much happening, too much activity. I think when you hear someone says, "I'm from Kanyama," you know
Yeah.
what Kanyama means.
And yeah,
I've
I
seen a
know.
lot. I've seen women being abused.
Yeah.
I've seen so much, and I felt like in society, majority of the people that really do not have a say, you know, are women. And growing up, it's been trauma to me,
Yeah.
and I always wanted to work it out in one way or another. So I feel like, yeah, that has been it basically for me, and I've just been on, trying to make things better. Yeah.
So, growing up in Kanyama and seeing all those things going on,
Yeah.
what has been your biggest lesson as a child?
My biggest lesson.
Yeah.
Okay, so my biggest lesson as a child was, you know, I learned that women feel women feel degraded.
Yeah.
Women feel we can't stand out. There are certain things we feel like we cannot do because
Yeah. We are women.
people just want to come and say, no, you are a woman and everything.
Yeah.
But trust me, any woman can do anything at any time, depending on, But yeah, I'm not talking of the masculinity, of course. Yeah.
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 So that's your biggest lesson.
Mm.
And you're just talking about growing in Kanyama.
Mm.
I can just, imagine as a child
Yeah.
growing up in the compound with the name it has, with the bearing at it.
Yeah.
So what is your biggest fear when you look back?
Okay, so my biggest fear is to grow up unheard. Okay, my biggest fear is to be unheard, because if I don't speak, who's going to do it
Yeah.
on behalf of those women?
Yeah.
I'm the one that saw it, and I'm the one that endeavored that I really want this change.
Mm-hmm.
So I really think my biggest fear, I've only had two biggest fears growing up, especially in the environment I grew up in. being unheard and failure.
Yeah.
That's it.
Really.
For me, those are the two things that have really been on me.
Yeah. So if today you got an opportunity to meet your 7-year-old,
Yeah.
what motivation can you give her?
What should I tell my 7-year-old?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if I got a chance to be with my 7-year-old, I would definitely tell her that, you know, you don't need anybody's validation to be you.
Yeah.
You know, society has so much to say about people. Society has so much to, you know, bring out and tell you, no, this is what you're supposed to do at this time. This is what you're supposed to do. A girl child should be in the kitchen. A girl child should do what? And you know, this is the greatest thing I would love to tell myself.
Yeah.
Like, Tama, you know, take it easy on yourself. And I wish I could redo certain things in my life. Like, I think I'll do them better.
You can,
Actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because of what you've seen already. Yeah. So what's just one advice you can tell her about the future?
I
Because you
can
know
tell who?
you're 7 year old. Because
My
right
friend.
now,
Oh, yeah.
if you got an opportunity to meet maybe the 40-year-old you, what do you think she would tell you?
Yeah. Okay, so for my 40-year-old,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what she would tell me because I haven't yet gotten to that stage.
Exactly.
But for the 7-year-old,
Yeah.
the advice I would give, or to either anyone out there listening to this, and you know you're a teenager, you're doing what you're doing. I think peer pressure is something that is everywhere.
Exactly.
It's everywhere, especially in our societies. Yeah. So what I would advise is don't fall for peer pressure. Yeah. That would be my advice.
That's the
Because
biggest.
you know, me growing up in an environment like Kanyama,
Yeah.
there were different people.
Yeah.
You know, and if I look at the majority of my friends that I had, you know, even people that were just my classmates and everything,
Yeah.
most of them are just, you know, maybe they got married, early marriages and
Yeah.
everything because of the environment.
Yeah.
Not that they wanted, you
Yeah.
know. Others just dropped out of school, others opted for drugs and everything. So I think peer pressure
Uh,
is something that
Yeah.
any human being should avoid.
That's true. I remember in campus, I got an opportunity and I was attached at Kanyama General Hospital.
Yeah.
The moment we reached there, the first orientation was, here where you've come, this hospital, you have to be fast because here we give birth all the time.
Wow.
And I was seeing the records, I just realized to say, it's the only hospital in Lusaka that's giving more birth, more than UTS.
Kanyama, right?
Yeah, because of the environment. So I
Yeah,
understand
the population, the environment,
yeah.
and everything attached to it.
Yeah, it's so much. So talking about radical women in art, because I understand you're someone who's an activist. You're using art through poetry and writing, to communicate a message. So first, I would want to understand before we come into the art, who is a radical woman?
Okay, so for me, a radical woman is someone who's not afraid to come out to the public. Okay, there are certain things that people are afraid to say,
Yeah.
and you know, you are able to stand out bold and in truth. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like for me that's a radical woman, especially when you come to the art industry.
Yeah.
Someone who's not, someone fearless, someone not afraid to, you know, stand out for the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
bold.
but
Yeah.
that's really like very powerful because the art industry it's not an easy industry,
Yeah, it's not an easy
especially
industry.
for a lady and you're an activist. And
It's not.
yeah, I don't know when we talk of art, it's unfortunate that only few talents are accepted as art, and
Yeah.
some of us, if you say you're a poet, you have to push. If you say you're a writer, you're not going to be given as much attention as these other, people who are doing art. But as a lady who's breaking the odds, you are facing all the challenges. What does it mean to be a woman in art?
Okay, so being a woman in art means you need to know what you want.
Yeah.
Trust me, it is not easy.
Yeah.
It is not easy because there are quite a number of challenges we face, you know, in the industry.
Yeah.
And I think everything has its own challenges. But I think with ladies, the art industry is a bit difficult because sometimes you get to find people that, okay, there is never a platform. There's really never a platform.
Yeah.
No one will ever come and tell you, okay, you are a poet,
Yeah.
you can come and do this or that. It's never really like that. But you really need to push.
Yeah.
Whenever you get the chance to do something and you feel like you can do it, make yourself available so that people know you, and that's how the platform comes in, you know. And then also, sometimes another challenge I've noticed I have faced in the art industry as a lady is that you know how people want, especially the other gender, your gender actually. Yeah,
No,
sometimes
we are an innocent gender.
okay, yeah, innocent gender. But sometimes these people just want to use you for,
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yes, they'll come around saying, no, I can give you this platform and everything.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they just want to use you.
Yeah.
Okay? Which, if you are not careful, trust me, you'll find yourself with a lot of these people.
Yeah.
You know? And discipline is another thing you should have if you are in the industry. Yeah, especially as a lady. With guys, it's very rare that someone will use you, especially for such, unless
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
for
yeah.
money.
Yeah,
Okay,
man,
okay,
yeah.
let me be specific.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But if you are very thirsty for a platform,
Yeah.
definitely, trust me, if you are too thirsty for a platform, you will notice that people will use you because you have no choice. The only thing you want is to be
It's to be
seen.
seen, yeah.
And then also take it slow. Take it slow. That's what it means to be in this industry. Take it slow. You cannot grow overnight. It's that small.
Yeah.
It might take 5 years. It might take 10, Not everyone is supposed to know you, by the way. You've got an audience. That's it. So I think basically,
Yeah, so talking about taking it slow, so I came to know about your brand in 2021. That's when I came to know that
yeah.
Tamanda exists.
Yeah.
And I saw you once performing that. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
these are the
That's
ladies.
good.
This is good. This is great. Huh?
Yeah.
And I've seen we've met multiple times, though we've never
Yeah, we've
gotten a
never
chance to
really,
talk like we're
conversated.
talking now. So like since we've looking back and how long you've been in the art industry and just finding more space and growing a brand and getting to know these different people, getting to work on different platforms. If there is a parent there who they have a teenager, it's a young girl, do you feel the art industry it is safe for these people? Would you welcome them?
Welcome teenagers.
Yeah.
Okay. So, before I can respond to that, I have something to tell you.
Yeah.
When I was starting my thing, when I started poetry, my mom was against it.
Yeah.
I understand. I was very young by then, and probably she was concerned.
Yeah.
Every parent would be.
Yeah.
Like, okay, there's a lot that comes with this. So, her being a mother, she understood. So, I think a parent knows their child better.
Yep.
That's number one thing. Okay. Sometimes, before I can talk to the parents, let me talk to the children, because sometimes your parents will tell you, okay, this is not for you. Not that they hate it, not that they hate you, but they've seen you cannot do it the way it's supposed to be done.
Okay.
My mom believed in me, okay, but the only thing she told me was, this path you are taking is a very difficult path.
Yeah.
And then, because sometimes we speak about sensitive issues concerning so at some point I was almost arrested when I was doing, I don't know if you saw that corruption.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I was almost arrested at some point, so those are things that parents look out for.
Yeah.
But to any teenager that is trying to get into the poetry industry, writing industry, because I feel like these two have majored in a lot, I think it's a very safe space. It is a safe space, but you need someone to mentor you into it, because I also didn't just start. I had someone in the industry already that was pushing me up there. Sometimes I would meet challenges, and this lady would always be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I've gotten you right, what you're saying is it's very unsafe or it's not wise of one to just start something without fully understanding what are
Yes,
you getting into,
yes, and
and
also get to do a research on the entire thing you want to get into. Okay, if I want to get into comedy,
yeah,
what am I supposed to do? Who am I supposed to associate with? What information am I allowed to put out in public?
yeah.
Just so you protect yourself also, and also from people. Like I said earlier, people will use you.
Mm-hmm. Pushing man.
Discipline, all these things. Also, look around yourself. Oh, I need discipline. I'm not. Sometimes we don't say these things, but it's very important to look out for.
Yeah, in my society, my community where we are coming from,
Mm.
sometimes people just we okay up to it and do this, go to it.
Eh,
And then you
Kare,
see the way people are coming in that right now is where it's accidental, not even planned because someone captured you, maybe you're dancing, saying something,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
are there.
And someone who's been building it is just not there.
Yeah, it's so. So how can we promote the art amongst women? Because you just said, now, let me begin by saying we don't have a lot of women in the art as compared to men.
Mm.
And even when women do come, we find that they'll come, do some things, at some point you just see them disappear.
Disappear.
Yeah, because of maybe responsibilities or
Mm.
someone grows, they get married and all those stuff. But how can we promote the art industry or art among women, especially young girls?
Okay,
Yeah,
so art amongst women and young girls is something quite challenging to promote in the first place, but it is possible to promote it.
yeah,
The reason why I'm saying it's challenging to promote is because women majority of women naturally have a low self-esteem because of the norms that society has put out already.
yeah,
So as women, people grow feeling a certain way as women. Okay, for me, I can't do this and that. It also depends on where I come from, but I think the more they see me, they see another lady out there doing something. I think that's one of the ways of promoting it.
yeah,
Another way is if we could engage in a few workshops here and there, and just sensitize people to say you are as valid as any other person. You know, your statement is as valid as any other person that you feel, okay, in this country, this one is very much, recognized. You can
yeah,
also be that.
yeah,
Yeah, so I think there are quite a number of ways, but maybe sensitization. And when you see talent, there's nothing wrong with nurturing it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But these people are already established, but in Nigeria, they know if I push this one, tomorrow it might take my chair. But I just want to comment, a few days ago, one of my friends called me, was speaking at one of the secondary schools in Lusaka.
Hmm.
You talked about workshop. I think that's where I want to comment. And then one young girl asked a question to say, he was talking about what you said. To say it's important when you are trying to discover yourself, because you're talking about discovering themselves,
Yeah.
to at least attend these workshops. And then this young girl was like, I don't mind attending workshop, but why is it that my workshop now they've turned into business and we are seeing the same people talking the same message every time and every time?
What did they mean business?
Like workshops and speaking, these events. The young
Okay,
girl
like you
says
need
like,
to pay a little something
not
to
necessarily
attend.
paying, but the way they are coming out. Yeah,
Okay.
and you find that you're having the same speakers again and again, and they all have the same message, like they're repeating the same speeches or something like that. I was
Okay.
really concerned, like if this one at our age is thinking like this, where are we
No,
going?
sometimes it's exposure.
Yeah,
You know, if you are not someone who's moved around a lot, trust me, you will never understand.
yeah,
I have attended a number of workshops. I have worked with a few organizations. I have been to schools, and I think you can't really convey the same message.
yeah,
Maybe we can convey the same message to a different environment,
yeah,
the same message to different schools. But it is not possible to convey the same message to the same school. I know sometimes things sound like they are the same things that people are
yeah,
talking
yeah, yeah,
about, but in the actual sense, they're not. Also, when you look at the people that are standing out there, they are the same people because not everyone is willing to, not everyone has the grace to, nurture the industry
yeah,
or maintain workshops or anything.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So I really think that's it.
yeah. The world. He's always talking about equal rights, women and men being treated the same. This is the message we've seen growing up. We found it and it's still there, and we've even enjoyed. We're part of it.
Yeah, yeah.
But for example, if you and I right now decide to say let's start music, 3 or 3 months along the way, I'll be supported more than you.
Yeah.
I'll be cheered, people
Yeah.
will comment, but most of the time you'll be attacked as a lady, and
Mm.
most of the attack will come from your fellow ladies.
Yes.
Why do you feel it's like that?
Okay, so I think ladies, I wouldn't say ladies are bad people, but when you meet them on social media, it's like they paint a different picture, you
Yeah,
know. And I've noticed, even with gents,
yeah,
majority of people that support you gents are ladies, and majority of people that support ladies are actually gents. Okay, so when you look at this, you understand to say um, it's just a balance, you know. Also, not everyone will like you.
yeah. That's true.
Yeah, not everyone will like you, both male and female. Not everyone will like you. But then I feel like with ladies, there's this jealousy, you
Yeah.
know. Like when my friend is doing better, I just feel like
Nah.
they are dimming my light,
Hmm.
you know. But it shouldn't be like that, because once your friend is doing better, trust me, you get a greater chance of doing great.
Ladies.
Yeah. So with ladies, I think it's just, I don't know how to explain it, but you know, ladies are just something else.
Yeah. Nowadays I'm feeling so down.
It's different with gents, because you gents will support each other, like,
Very
you know,
much.
by all means. But with ladies, nah, it's rare to find another lady, you know, backing up a different lady. But
Yeah. That's true because for us gents, if I see that my friend is doing fine, I'd
yeah,
rather support them because I know I'm options.
exactly.
But for you guys, even if I'm happy, you forget your phrase.
Mm.
You feel like okay, what's the term I can use? Mchibamba that woman watu wakura mtu.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what.
Mka.
Now, because like
Yeah.
others, they don't
Also,
know.
maybe because of pride.
Yeah.
It's like most ladies, when they do a little something and they get there, they just develop a certain pride. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I
Mm-hmm.
changed my set
Yeah.
of friends. So, you know, all that adds up.
Alright, so what's your general advice to people who are in heart and those who want to join heart?
Okay, so my general advice to people that are already in art is that keep pushing, you know, especially if you started recently, things just don't happen overnight. Somehow, somewhere, you'll get there. And then, for those that are planning on joining the art industry, I would like to say, you know, it's not easy. It's not easy. Don't think it's going to be smooth. There are certain people that will come on social media, dance once, or maybe do a song, and they're out there. Okay. And there are certain people that, you know, take long to gain a following. Understand your audience. Never forget to understand your audience, because that's the most important thing. And you'll be content.
Sometimes one match if it hard.
Ah,
You put
tayari
in
kwa
so
sababu mtu.
you put in so much effort,
Yes.
then you post. If you are in another app, share with someone for one like
Mm,
no, no one share it.
nothing. It's just, it's rough.
After na share mo, whatever na feel cafe de.
But no, 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 don't quit. Don't quit. Don't stop. You can take a break. It's okay to take a break. Don't quit. I'm not for quitting.
Okay, I love this. I love what you said. Huh?
Yeah.
Take a break.
It's okay to take a break. Okay, so let me say something. I actually decided to take a break. This is not 2 years. I
Yeah.
haven't been on stage. I haven't done anything. And the only thing I've been doing is podcast interviews. I've only been going for workshops and doing my work with the organizations I'm meeting. Like maybe I go. The last organization I went for was Eve's Young Volunteers for Environment. You
Yes.
know,
Oh, I saw that
and
one.
I think, you know, as I have moved around, in not that I took a break from writing, I have been writing. Okay, I haven't quit on writing my book. I haven't quit on writing poetry, but I've just taken a break from the stage,
Yeah.
you know, for some time. And I feel like it has really helped me. It has grown me.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I think my last question before I go to where I'm really interested is, at what point should I know, like, I think for now I need to take a break?
At what point should
Yeah.
you know? For me, it took me. I came to realize that I was going through active depression,
Yeah.
because I was actually paying more attention to people, trying to sort out people's issues.
Yeah.
And especially that I do counseling, you find that a lot of people come, vent to you, say a lot of things, and then, it was just tough. It was just tough. So for me, it took me active depression. People go through different things. Once you feel tired, once it makes you exhausted, you feel exhausted, it's okay to put it aside. It's okay to quit. It's okay to stop. Not to quit, sorry. Yeah,
No
it's okay to
quitting.
stop.
Do not quit.
Yeah, don't quit.
Don't
Don't
quit.
quit. Yeah, it's okay to stop and try again. There's literally nothing wrong with that. I know sometimes people have so much to say, especially when, yeah, they don't see you around,
Yeah.
they don't see you around, you're so off. People have so much to say. Others will say, Raja, it wasn't for them and everything. But you know what you want.
Yeah.
And trust me, I know that this time around when I come back, I'm coming back strong because I have learned, I have seen where I missed it and everything. So also, art is about, you know, the next person, the person next to me. Because if it is for me myself, then it's not art. Art is about me painting a picture, whether via writing, via speaking, or painting, whatever. Even if it's via comedy, it's about me doing that and expecting the next person to understand exactly what I am doing. And that's what art is about.
Yeah.
So sometimes we get too busy concentrating on other people
Mm-hmm.
and we forget ourselves.
Yeah.
I was just there counseling people here and there, doing my thing, thinking I'm doing well. Then I realized that, okay, this is not me. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
A lot is wrong.
Yeah.
And yeah, so for me, that's what it took.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it might not take that. You might just feel exhausted, frustrated. Take your time. You don't need to do it under pressure. Don't panic.
Yeah. So, speaking of, giving attention to yourself, I think now we want to give the attention to Tamanda. We want to know your works, what you're doing, how can people reach you. I think this is your moment.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, like I said, my name is Tamanda. To those that didn't get it earlier, I'm a spoken word artist. I'm a poet. I'm a writer. I'm a mental health advocate. I do a lot. I do a lot. I'll just keep mentioning and mentioning. But you could keep in touch with me. To anyone that would like to, have a deeper conversation or ask more, I think you can keep in touch with me via my Facebook and TikTok account. But my Facebook account is not too active currently, so I would prefer you use my TikTok account. Yeah, the tag is Tamanda.
Tamanda.
Yeah,
That's a name. It's not just a name,
not
it's a
just a
brand.
name.
It's a brand.
No, actually, she's a woman in
It's the
motion.
woman in motion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amanda, just to close, huh? I have two last questions.
Yeah, sure. You can even ask five.
Five. Okay.
No,
I have
that's
nine
two.
more
No, I said
questions.
two.
Okay, so I have my last two questions. My first question is, what do you want people to think of when they hear the name Tamanda now, in future, even beyond time?
Okay, so for me, I want people to think feminism. I want people to think strength, especially to the ladies out there.
Yeah.
When I think my brand really speaks for you, and once you hear it, I think it should speak feminism now and in the future.
Now and in the future and beyond the future.
Yeah.
Even in heaven, huh?
Even in the next life. Even in the next life.
Yeah, and my last one, I don't know if it's a question, but I'll just say, what are your closing words to your followers, people
Okay.
watching, and a young girl out there? I mean, too. I just
Girls,
like,
huh?
not,
No, I think you're into girls because you've been talking about.
No, no. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
see like why is it? I feel my ministry is mostly suppose most of the time I'm always with young people,
Yeah, the
4,
young
5,
people.
6, 11, 12, someone. So I'm matching to those people. And so if they see this, what are you waiting to them? Because I feel if we lose them at their age, there's no turning point. Because as it stands right now, it's hard for my parents to say, hey, Ivan, don't do this, don't go there. Moreover,
Yeah,
number one,
because out there, these things are there.
yeah, because number one, as it stands, I'm alone there in Copper Belt. So they don't know what I'm doing, who I'm talking to. But if, as a young child, they mentored me well, wherever I go, they won't be worried. I think that's why I'm asking a lot about what are your words to the young people. So I think, what
Okay,
is
so my words to the young
But
people.
just to make it clear, I also love girls.
You also, I've noticed you've
Yeah,
talked about them too much.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so my advice to the young people is, it doesn't need you to be around your parents to be disciplined.
yeah,
You know, life is going to, is going to push you to corners where you are away from your parents.
yeah.
Okay, as for me, I never thought I would be away from my parents until I went to uni. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think as a young child, you should know what you want. Okay, because out there a lot happens. Society has a lot. You meet different people, and even the friends we make. Everyone comes from different homes with different values and different morals, but I feel like it calls for discipline. So, to any young child out there, I would say take discipline seriously. Be content with what you have, especially to girl children, because yes, girls, the things they're doing these days anyway. Yeah. So be content. Mm, yeah, just contentment and discipline for me stands out. Even
Yeah.
if you don't have morals, if you're content and disciplined, trust me, no one will ever drag you to no do this so that I buy what, so that I do what. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
even
you also protect yourself from things like these days people are sick, diseases. Yeah.
even to my fellow men, young men, boys, men, gents, like she has said, the key is to be content and to be disciplined. With
Yeah.
these two, you can go far.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can achieve all your goals. It's unfortunate that nowadays a lot of people they are living this world without even discovering who they are.
Yeah, who
But
they
if you are
are.
disciplined and you understand to say where you are is where you're supposed to be at that time, but you are not supposed to remain there.
Don't rush
Yeah,
for life.
you are a brand in motion, huh?
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
forget God.
Oh, thank God.
Number one thing is God. Before everything else, put God first. Because He's the only one that is going to, push you there, even when your parents are not there. Sometimes parents want to be there, but God will always be.
Yeah, there's a pantange one too. There's a pantange. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching and for being part of the journey. On today's episode, we had Tamanda as we talked about what it with radical women in art. She's just sharing with us what it means to be in art and some of the things she's experienced being in the art industry. And for you would want to join, some things to look out for. It's important to always learn from the people who've gone before
Indeed.
you because it helps you avoid so many mistakes. Personally, I've learned so much and I'll keep learning from these and I keep learning from her because these are women I've watched. Like I said, I knew her brand in 2021 and trust me, look out for her. She's packed. She's packed. She's packed. Yeah, check out her TikTok. It's very active nowadays. I have been your host, Ivan Mapeva. See you next time.